The red moon eclipse of 2015 had happened just a few days before. I think each of us had been mentally preparing for this journey at least since then, maybe longer. The whole family, 5 of us, were packed in our grand caravan, headed north on Route 20 from our little town of Derby, New York. Nothing unusual about all 5 of us being in the car at the same time, but what was different was the fact that we were in the car at the same time at 9:30 in the morning. That almost never happens. I'm retired, so I'm always around. But my daughter Brittany, 23, son Brandon, 20, and wife of 25 years, Jan, normally would have had school, work, or just slept in at that time of day. But we were all together today, including Snickers, our 11-year-old family dog. No question, she is without hesitation ready anytime to jump in the car with us and go for a ride. Those are the words that would absolutely ignite her into action. Even if she was sleeping soundly or eating dinner, if she heard the words "go for ride," her little 22-pound sheepoo body would struggle like Scooby-Doo to gain traction on our hardwood kitchen floor, just before almost tumbling down our front steps to jump in the car and do what dogs love to do: ride. But even though Snickers greeted this opportunity with the same enthusiasm she always did, the rest of us knew this ride would be different. We would be driving home with an empty leash, and without our sweet little dog. This ride was to the vets, and this would be her last. For several months she had been suffering with bladder tumors, a condition which is inoperable, and while it can be slowed, the prognosis is eventual blocking of the urethra and a painful end. We no longer could stand to watch her look up at us apologetically after one of her increasingly more frequent house accidents, or watch from our living room window as she'd squat and strain to urinate for 10 minutes or more sometimes in our backyard. This is not what we wanted for our baby's final days. Our trip took us 20 minutes, void of any conversation. On arrival, I went in ahead of the rest to ensure that we would be taken immediately, and came back out to signal to the others that we would. We were ushered to room 3 of Abbott Road Animal Hospital, where we had received wonderful care and genuine compassion over the years, through our good times and now through the bad. Snickers was prepared with a catheter through which the medication would be administered, put up on a table lined with a red blanket, and we all gathered close. Jan held her and whispered words of assurance and love. The injection was placed, and she fell quietly to sleep. All of us said a silent goodbye and let our tears flow, including the doctor, who wiped her eyes several times and cried with us. Mercifully, it was over. We drove back home, stunned and silent. As my family will attest, few things seem to move me. But I can tell you with certainty that losing my dog was one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with in my life. I can't explain it. Was it the way she'd go and find a toy and bring it to you when you'd come home? The way she'd play tug-of-war with us in the living room or fetch the ball down the hall? Was it the way she'd defend us with her fearless barks at anyone who wasn't familiar at our front door? Or the way she sat completely unaffected one day when a baby bird hopped out of its nest onto our deck, right onto Snickers' back? Or was it the way she brought joy and togetherness to our family just by being in the room? Yes, all of those things, and so many more. There are holes in our hearts and in our home that she filled abundantly. And there are keepsakes in pictures, favorite toys, and a blanket that we will treasure forever. But nothing in the world can do for us what she did. Thank you for loving us, Snickers. We will always miss you, our faithful companion.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, babe, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall, now all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud now. Soon I'll be knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yes, I will see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall, yeah. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? People can be so cold, they'll hurt you and desert you. Well, they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh yeah, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh babe, don't you know about winter, spring, summer or fall? Hey, now all you got to do is call. Lord, I'll be there, yes I will. You got a friend. You got a friend, yeah. Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Ain't it good to know